Researchers have found 7 or 8 umbrella topics cross-culturally in, different religions, cultures, um, countries, where when they're doing this research, people kept journals saying, talking about a moment they experienced awe, and then they coded them and they found these commonalities. And there are these buckets. And so each chapter in my book is one of these sources of awe. So let's dive in. The first one I think is probably the most obvious, and that is nature. The first chapter of this book, I had to cut in half because there is so much research about the benefits of getting kids into nature. I mean, I'm talking about Massachusetts. They found that kids taking the standardized tests, the amount of green space around a school, even when accounting for all kinds of other demographic, um, you know, uh, concurrent factors, just having a few extra trees around a school, even an urban school, affected test scores. They found that, that being in nature for at least a few hours a week increased kids' wellness and was a protective factor against depression. Being outside is just one of those things that just reminds us, right? If you're really looking for awe, that sunset, that moon, that beautiful new flower of spring. So I have an article up this month in Greater Good magazine at Berkeley about nature. And as part of this article, I shadowed a nature class of first through third graders. And when I was talking to the nature teacher, she said something really profound that I think is helpful to parents. She said that when she started this work, she made it much too complicated. She thought she had to have these lesson plans. She said now with young children, basically she asked them two things: stop and look, what do you see? Stop and listen, what do you hear? I think for me, it took the quietness of when the world shut down in March of 2020 to actually notice the birds in my neighborhood, because the world got quiet, but the birds were loud and coming out. And I ended up downloading this amazing app called Merlin from the Cornell Ornithology Lab. And it listens to bird calls and tells you what they are. And I spent hours with my then 5-year-old walking around the neighborhood, just getting to know our feathered neighbors. Stop and listen. What do you hear?